go right into it, okay?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
We'll start off like, what are your most popular songs?
Say that again.
What are your like most popular songs? What would you say are the songs that you've done?
My most popular songs, man, I got a few of them. I'm gonna say, one of my old songs I got is called "Don't Worry." It's a song it was like dedicated to my mother. It's called "Don't Worry." That's one of my popular songs.
Did you do a video
"Tears of the
to it?
Ghetto," huh?
You do a video to it?
Made a video to it and everything.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. It's called "Don't Worry." I made that like in 2000 and like what 16, 15 somewhere.
Okay. And then what else?
I'm gonna say 15 somewhere, 2015, I think somewhere. But that was like one of my like real like people like really like loved that song. And "Tears of the Ghetto," that was an actual popular song I did.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something called a screen share. We're just gonna watch a few clips of your videos.
Oh, let's
When
do it.
did you do Tears of the Ghetto?
You said when did I do "Tears of the Ghetto"?
Yeah.
I did "Tears of the Ghetto." I'm gonna say like kind of like the same time around I did "Don't Worry." But this was the time when I came out with my first solo mixtape project.
So 2015,
I was putting like visuals to the songs I was putting out to the project.
2000.
So I'm saying like 2015, 2015, 14. I believe it's 15 or 14. I don't know too, but it's on YouTube. It's on one of them. It's so much work ethic to me.
Okay. All right. So what I'd like to do is I'm gonna do a screen share. I'm gonna start off with your videos. And so do a few clips of your videos.
Oh, let's do it. Sure.
Just so now I'm going to your video. What I want you to do is go ahead and introduce your video to the audience.
But right now, everybody will be watching this. Don't worry. It's basically dedicated to the mothers out there, because they got to deal with, not just young black males, but any mother that's out here got to deal with their kids, from female to and male, going out in the streets. It's like to me, it reminded me of it's like a message to like a Lion King when Simba when Mufasa had to deal with Simba heading out to the into the jungle. So it's like mothers got to deal with that with their children, especially a single mother. So it's called "Mother Don't Worry." I'm speaking from the male side on the first verse, and the second verse speaking for the female side. Y'all tune in with this. Whatever, dude. Whatever. No, all right, no shit. You ain't gonna get it out. You ain't gonna sit around here. Stop. You ain't gonna get it around the camera house. I'm doing everything.
Okay.
Gotta make a way. I've been through so much, I felt so much pain. Gotta make a change, but it ain't just too easy. Just trying to let go the ways. Mama want me just to slow my roll, but I was hungry, had no patience though. Full of anger though. Sixth grade, I already had court days. Mama looked me in my eyes, said, boy, you starting to change. Mama worry every time I leave the spot. My phone rang every time late night. She heard gunshots. Breaking news, a young black notice got none. Wasn't me. She prayed and God it wasn't not. Mama worried if I'm stabbed, jump or shot. Hit the back gate, she hoping I don't get locked. Caught up in the streets though. Mama just want her baby home.
Straight real.
I'm about to cry.
It's all good.
So we got that in there. And I just wanted to make sure that we got a few bars of that video because what we're talking about today is the violence that's taking place in San Diego County. First of all, everybody, my name is Pamela Wood, and I am the Urban Empress reporting for Keep It Dago. I am here in my bedroom, y'all, in my bedroom, my home studio,
You know,
on Zoom with Dvicious, San Diego rapper. We are reporting for Keep It Dago, and as of lately, during this quarantine period that started in December, late November, um, there have been a string of shootings like nothing else I've ever seen in San Diego. The only time I've seen it this bad in San Diego was during the 90s at the end of the, getting toward the end of the crack era, but it's bad, man. It's really bad. I live in Lemon Grove, and right on the corner of where I live, there have been shootings. Um, my own son got shot at. So
mm,
it's really near and dear to my heart right now. Like it's crazy. And right now, outside, my neighborhood is swarming with police. We have huge police presence all of a sudden. So I just wanted to tap in with Dexter or D Vicious and get his perspective because I know that he's a member of the round table that happens here in San Diego. There are a group of brothers who are trying to make it so that being a member of a gang is not gang banging, but unity in the community. Dexter, can you give me a little more insight as to what exactly this movement is for you, what it means for you?
to me, it's like the thing. I think what the thing this generation got to understand is with the gang thing and everything that's been going on is that for one, we got to go back to where gang banging even started. You know how it even started because it started off, not to make it a racial thing, but it started off from when white folks was coming to black neighborhoods, bullying black folk, and it came to a thing where we are trying to protect the neighborhood. So that was the real stance of it. It's before it became to some banging thing, and now like the round table, the thing that where we first met at, that's something where shout out to my boy Deshaun Jones, 9K Radio, for putting that together, and Stacey Butler and everybody that it's for the brain, from every hood, no matter black, white, Mexican, Asian, no matter from every section, and come. It's a place where you can leave the streets and you can come here and you can find resources to something or some type of opportunity to something by these people that's come from the streets, and you can learn some knowledge, you can learn some game, and it's basically stepping up to be your own man. You ain't got to come there. It's something. It's a place where you don't got to come to act like you hard. You don't got to come here and try to play this way. You can really be yourself, and you can really open up and put your thoughts to the table and what you really want to do. And it's really it don't matter where you're from. It could be the hardcore is gangster. The hardcore is crib blood, don't matter. Whatever. But it's coming together and really trying to bring a different energy to the new generation, a different light. All the darkness we done brought into the world, we gotta try to use that to use the anger and all the madness. We gotta shine light now. So that's something that's the roundtable is about to try to shine light, in the community. If it can spread all in every ghetto all around the nation, that would be good, and it can travel for generations and all. And
It,
oh yeah, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. You look 17, child. I guess I'm just old because you look like a little bitty kid to me. But at 27 years old in 2015, you made the song "Mama, Please Don't Worry." That song almost made me cry. If I had listened to it longer, I'd have been sitting there bawling like a baby. We only listened to the first verse of it.
Thank you.
But it's my son is 19, and for him to come in the house and or not come in the house, but to call me and say, "Mom, somebody shot at me." Like first they got out the car and try to jump my homeboy, and then they shot at me, and I don't even know these people. You know what I mean? I don't have no beef with them. I don't know them from nowhere. So for something like that to happen in my neck of the woods, East County, my quiet little neck of the woods, is crazy to me. So if you could Say something to these young men, something
I,
sincere,
and
something.
that's what's crazy about that. Like you said, like just in the limit. I come from out of Southeast. My family originated out of the coast. And I spent a lot of time in the 5-9 area. I spent a lot of times all around it. And for Limit Grove to even for your son to go through that, and he 19. This is 2020 to where black folks should even try. I don't know, not to blame it on black folks, but I'm just saying any type of gang activity that's going on, it shouldn't even be that. Especially in this time era where we in right now, it shouldn't be no shooting at each other. It should be none of that. And for your son to even go through that, I'm experienced times like that. I'm saying it's traumatizing. I'm saying very traumatizing to, because now he don't know he's in an emotion stage where he don't know if he want peace or do he fight back. You know,
Exactly.
you get in that frame, and that's and I think parents we tell y'all you tell the kids like don't do this, don't do that, but then when we go out here, you got to play defense. So with the gang banging thing right now with this generation, I think I think the older cats got to play more and play in it. We got to put more, got to put more militant force into being involved in with us and with the youngsters that's out here. Because I'm outside with them right now. To this day, I'm outside with them. And I see how they act and I'm seeing their mentality. But in reality, these dudes got potential. These dudes really got a mind and really something they want to do, but they caught up in what they see outside and what they following
Mhm.
what they following. And it's like that cycle got to break. And not to make it long, but I wanted to talk about how I think what it is, we got to connect the nerve system with the gang thing. We got to connect this nerve system
What do you mean?
because that's the main thing that's keeping us away. It's a nervous thing. When we come around each other, we mug each other, we tense up, we automatic, put on this gear, this thing. If we can connect that nerve system with the Bloods and the Crips, and we can't be touched. It's a nerve system we got to connect. But as long as the government see that
When you
nerve
say
system,
nerve system, you mean like there's a stigma from all the violence that has gone on between the Crips and the Bloods.
that
Right.
yes,
And then there's also a place where where Mexican gangs intersect with the Crips and the Bloods.
that and like with Seti, like I was up in LA and I was telling my dudes up when I was out there and just seeing how the gang banging is out there, it was just like, whoa. Just off the experience I experienced in San Diego, you thinking it's something. When I went to LA, just seeing how these dudes and these girls, the females, they're really gang, and it's just like, wow, it's sad, it's heartbreaking. And then when you come to San Diego, we share hoods with the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? So when beef jumps off with blacks and Mexicans in the same neighborhood, that's terrorizing. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
terrorizing. It's
yeah,
like
yeah, it is.
it be like that.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's pretty horrible. I mean, and the round table is some place where anybody can go. Black, Mexican, Asian, any gang member can go and sit down with you guys and come up with solutions. You guys can all have solution oriented conversation and take some solution oriented actions toward creating peace in the communities in San Diego County, right?
Yes, that's the main mission of it. Like I was telling Big June and them, and we was all speaking up, like we saying, like that's to me that's the main mission to where we could get it to a point where, like I said, because it's the knuckleheads we got to get through in the STEM. The ones who's like, nah, I ain't with it. It's STEM. They gotta put that guard down where they gotta know like being a man ain't coming out here causing destruction to the neighborhood. That's not being hard. That's not gangster. It ain't. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Because
really not.
it ain't. I'm still mad about who said it was gangster. Like that's where we gotta change that
Yeah.
whole era of that. Just on how we look at each other. And the round table is for people that got the knuckleheads that could come here and feel like okay, they could even see they probably their enemies here. You know what I'm saying? But it's here like that's all getting broken because it's
That the
Crips
guard down.
hood there. Lincoln, Brim, Skyline, West Coast neighborhood, it's all there. In San Diego, it's all there. And that's love. I love this. I never thought I'd see that at 27. I never thought I'd see, you know, and it's like, that's a good thing. And I think that's got to be something that got to be spread for generations, but it got to get stronger, though. It got to get stronger.
That's love. That's love. And we have to find our self-love again. How do you feel about like we have brothers going out into the neighborhoods and they're killing each other, and then they have the police killing them to us too. What do you say to them about that?
You talking about the ones that's going out there killing us, and then we still got to deal with the police killing us?
Basically, yes, exactly.
That that always like trip me out so much because it's like a damn, what's the word I could give for that? Like, that's like having two guns pointing on both sides of our heads,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I think it's something that we gotta break to the new generation, that we can't cause, pain through the neighborhoods. Like, we already gotta deal with the police when we walk outside. We already got to deal with that. And, that's from every black male. When we come into this world as children, but to the world, they label us as gangbangers. Now, that's to the whole world, from white, Mexican. And this, I'm talking for black folks, though. Because when we come outside, we get labeled, period. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I just got pulled over on January 2nd. I just got pulled over on the 2nd. They labeling me, taking pictures of my tats. They did search my whole car. They did all that. And they like, he has no contact with the law enforcement. And they lost and they confused. They see tattoos on my head. They see all that. They see all that. So we already get labeled. So for us to come out here and still throw guns and trying to knock off another black man just for no apparent reason, it's crazy.
it's
And it's something that we gotta really take control of. I'm talking about my age, for the homies that's my age, and to the OGs, and to it's something that we gotta take control of.
yeah.
We can't control people, but we can put that energy really strongly in the hood, like in the neighborhood. Like, look, this is what's going on. We're not having this no more. We're doing this. We're doing that. We got to start bringing back like community functions together. We got to get the older people got to get their respect again. The elders, the OGs, the older women, got to get their respect. I think people lost their respect. It's so much that's in it. That's why it's like where it's at right now. But I feel like the Black Lives Matters movement and everything that took place in 2020 with the whole George Floyd thing and the unity with people, that kind of like brought an uprise, because I was out there and when the protesting went on, and I seen it and I felt it, and that was an uprise. But I wish I would have saw more Crips and Bloods out there, more of them out there. But I know a lot of people, it's on paperwork. A lot of people don't even get no touch with the police, so that's why everybody stay back. But it's like, nah, we gotta sacrifice something. It wouldn't be no Harry Tubman if she didn't sacrifice. It wouldn't be no Malcolm X if they didn't, or Martin Luther Kings if they didn't do what they did. We gotta do our part.
Do you ever meet with younger gang members? Like, do you ever sit down and talk to them?
Oh yeah, most definitely, most
Like,
definitely I
you
do.
mentor in the community?
I don't. Yeah, and the thing is with me, they normally will trip out because they will see me and there. It's the normal like conversation gangster thing when they talk. And then when I hit them with the thing, like, I do this and I do that. I go here and I go meet up with the nation. It's like they peeping like, yo, like what's all that about? But it's just, and I'm telling them like we here for
You
something.
gonna meet with the Nation of Islam?
Yeah, I used to because I was I was homeless since 2018. So at the time, the 2019 at the time, I would like take time out to go down every Sunday, and I'll go to the Nation of Islam, and I'll go sit in a circle with Brother Huey and them, and I'll try to like put my input on what can we do. Because I'm more, I'll be so ready, like, let's go hit the neighborhoods, let's march. I'm so with that. I'm not afraid to go in the middle of Watts or Compton or anywhere and talk about this is what we need to do. I'm not afraid of that. But I think we don't have a lot of people in our generation that got that in them to where like, look, this is what we got to do for us. This is for us and for everybody else, so everybody else can live and breathe right and breathe and live in a better form or how we living now.
Exactly, exactly. Anyways, don't trip. But we do have to lay a foundation for future generations. It's very important that we get that done now, and it's very important that young men like yourself are taking responsibility. It's commendable that you're taking responsibility, and I think that more people who have it on their heart to stand up should stand up the way that you have, and the gentleman at the round table
Most definitely. And the thing about what's beautiful about the round table and everybody that does come out to that, from rappers to the localists, you know, person on the streets or whatever, because like it says, for everybody, it's the round table. It's for everybody to come to the table. And the beautiful thing about that is that for the people who do come out, that just shows where their heart is at. You know, and I love that when I see a new face that come, or if I see, and especially my mission is to get more youngsters. My mission is to get more 18, 17, 16, them to come, but we gotta challenge. I think we gotta challenge each other. I think we like if you from 5'9", trying to bring your youngest, and I'm from West Coast, I'm gonna bring my youngest. You from Lincoln Park, bring your youngest to our OGs. But I think we really gotta challenge it. And it might could be some static there. It might could be some static because everybody ain't so whatever. But as long as the real generals is there to really like, look, this is what's going on, it can really get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I know how to bow down to authority if it's authority that I can respect though. That's real, that's gonna get us
Exactly.
somewhere. I'm not gonna be so I'm not hold my pride. I think that's the problem. It's an ego thing, it's a man thing, it's an alpha thing when men come around each other. But like with the youngsters, they still gonna listen. They might be hard headed a little bit, but they gonna listen. Cause I was a youngster too. You know what I'm saying? I was hard headed, but I listened though. I still listen. But only, we can't save everybody, but as long as we can save one, that one can save another, and he can save another, and it's gonna spread. But you just
Exactly.
can't give up on the mission on it.
Yep, exactly. Can't give up on the mission. I love it. Um, so your song, you had another song that you wanted to share with me, and it is Tears of the Truth. Is that the name of it?
Tears of the Ghetto.
Tears of the Ghetto. I can't read my own writing. I'm sorry. So you had another song that you wanted to share with me. It's called Tears of the Ghetto.
Tears of the
So
Ghetto, yeah.
I am gonna play that for everybody, and afterward, you can go ahead and tell me what that song means. Okay?
Okay, got you. Yeah, and I just released in my project called Vicious Controversy on the 30th, and it's basically speaking on everything that took place in 2020, my own personal life as well. And,
Go ahead.
yeah, Tears of the Ghetto. Here we go, right here. Yep.
Okay, and then you can give us some info on your upcoming, your latest album.
Okay.
Any videos or anything yet on the new one?
And no videos yet, but the songs is on YouTube though. They all on YouTube though.
All
They
right,
just
all
got
right.
released
We're
this
gonna
weekend.
play some of that new stuff too.
There we go. There
Get
we
some
go.
of that
Yeah, there we go.
Dvicious funk. All right, you guys.
I
This is
got you.
Tears of the
Let's
Ghetto
get it.
by Dvicious. Let's get it.
Love. Yeah, yeah, y'all. Yeah, reality, man. Yeah, everything I spoke, man. It's my tear of the ghetto. Something to get away. Some that stars rain. Look. Love is what's wrong, makes everyone hate. I'm from Southeast San Diego, California, yeah. And all through the other states, make every nigga wanna gang bang. The other half is pimping, just to make a few change. Man, and this together we in. And every time I did wrong, God forgive my sins. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. If I had to smash with somebody, it's because, man, I got a lot to lose. And from my struggle, man, we gon' get on. And when we do, fucking shout out. Nigga, I'm sending checks to homes, and that's just how I feel. OG say I'm a little nigga, cause everything I say is real. Running for my freedom like a slave when the cops come. Niggas ain't got the time to get locked up. Think about your future, my dude. Man, we lost so many people, now we can't lose you. A young nigga from the struggle, man, just trying to bubble. Mama always pray to God I get us out the jungle. They wanna see me broke, but they see that I hustle. Coming from the streets and how I play it so humble. Shout out to Farrakhan, everything he represent. But I'm a menace to the society and shit is no pretend. Got my mind twisted up, fuck the world's a sin. Trying to get my way out and people I won't forget. Now as you live your dream, make sure you take care of your folks. And watch out for the devil, cause he can knock you off your toes. And when we lost Luther and Malcolm, my people had no hope. And when it comes to hip hop, I'm taking this shit home. And I don't do it to look cool, this shit is in my soul. They rapping tier list and forgot about the ones at home. It's time to switch the game up. And when I see you doing bad, I'm not the nigga that's gonna change up. Yeah, this pen sack, he might wear his hat to the back. But at the end, man, it's the knowledge where it's really at. He had his hands up, but the officer made his gun clap. And Trayvon Martin lost his life just for being black. And a woman with no father figure, and now she in a trap. We pledged to their flag, but look at what they gave us back. Man. And the motherfucking struggle, man.
Young man, all you need is a little bit of exposure.
Yeah, man. I, that song, yeah. That
That
song
song
right
is
there.
yeah, that song's the truth. Like that song is everything. That's on some right up there with Tupac and J. Cole and them.
Oh, that's deep. Oh, that's deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That song needs a little more exposure. I have a link that I'm gonna share with you.
Oh,
It's
yes,
for
most definitely. That song right there was like, that was my real like cry out. I was trying to speak for a lot of like youth, a lot of people like that was in the that was in around my age, around the time, just like that was just the tears of the ghetto. And at that time, that and plus it's a way of showing, this is the type of that's the type of music we need in the industry right now. That realness, the rawness, And when I mean rawness, not like the rah stuff, but like raw as like, yo, that's just straight real.
all
That's just
emotion.
shit.
Real live emotion is what
Real life emotion. Yes, that part.
can relate to because everybody does not relate to the rah rah, but everybody can relate to Tears of the Ghetto. I can totally relate. Well, that's the second time you got one more time. That's why I don't listen to them songs all the way through. But it's something. It is you are on the brink of something. You just have to stay focused and really, really get in the studio and get some
Yes, that's my miss. I think cause I never had like no big. I always been by myself and by myself in it. I try to put my own little visions to it, but I'm like you said, emotions. My music is all like really like emotions. Wave through. A chill. It's gonna give you a chill. Majority of my music, besides the rap, all the rap and the crazy stuff, but like on the other side, I like, we could talk about the partying, the turn up, and having fun with the records. That's cool, but we also got to talk about, the jail portrayal, the stuff that comes with it.
how long did it take you to mature into this level? Like because
Um,
did you ever do the rah rah or the violent?
actually in 2000, well, actually in 2006, I wrote my first rap called "Better Watch Your Back," and it was speaking about against gang violence because somebody was killed in my apartments I was staying in John Adams at the time. Somebody was murdered. And I wrote my first rap called "Better Watch Your Back." I performed it for YMCA's, my classmates, and that was probably like the time when I knew that was like my original rap. Like that's where I knew that's when I knew this is what I wanted to do. When the reaction I was getting off that. So besides all the other music, like the turn up stuff and the crazy stuff and the party life and the wild stuff, when I got back, when I came back to Tears of the Ghetto, Mama don't worry, that's kicked in because I was going through a time when I was, hanging with friends and you go through your ups and you go through your downs, and it comes to a time where you gotta like, all right, man, this is what I want people to know about me. This is what the energy I want to give out to the world, and I'm gonna speak what I feel. So now it takes place with Vicious Controversy, my updated album. I was homeless for the past 2 years. I couldn't really put out no music like that. I was going through in and out of motels with my family, my mom, struggling, sleeping in the cars and the streets, but I was still doing shows. I was still going to gang unity meetings. I was still doing all these things, and I still manifested my project to come out, which released it on the 30th. So it's all about turning nothing into something. It's all about creating thinking, and whatever you think, you can bring it to life. And that's I think the new generation got to take that work ethics. We got to take that, and I think that's what could push us.
Yeah. So you're taking your struggles and your pain and really, really turning them into some good stuff. Like you're taking what the devil meant for evil and for struggle and for lack and for poverty, and you're turning it into something major.
Man, I think that's what it's about. we can't overcome evil by doing evil. We only can overcome evil by doing good. So I have to take that with my own situation and look at my testimony. Like this is my testimony. Instead of me being mad to go rob a nigga and trying to go pimp on a female, which we done been there, done all that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now, just because I'm going through this, I'm not gonna use my anger to cause pain out here. I'm gonna use my anger to create something and that can, bring light and shine light to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you, you are doing something phenomenal. Um,
Thank you.
you are. You are. It's all phenomenal. Who do you know at the Nation of Islam?
My I have a family member that's part of the nation. My brother, my cousin, brother Cashwell, my auntie as well, Charlene. I have another cousin, Lakeisha. She's part of the Nation of Islam. I know brother Hui, Muhammad. I know a lot of y'all. Know, yeah, I know a lot of y'all. Know a few of them because
Go, brother,
I go to the mosque sometimes to go hear the word and go, sit down with them and talk to them.
you know Brother Charles?
Huh?
You know Brother Charles?
How's that again?
Brother Charles.
Yeah, brother Charles,
Which one? Which
brother
one?
Charles, yeah. And what I like about brother Charles, he brings in a lot of youngsters. He brings in a lot of youngsters. A
Which
lot of
Brother
youngsters can't
Charles
get
are you
off him.
talking about?
He brings out a lot of youngsters. I love brother Charles, man.
There's two Charleses. Which one are you talking about?
Is okay? Is the dark one with the bald head?
Yeah, that's my son's father.
Oh, wow. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Brother Charles, man. Yeah, he made a lot of youngsters. They used to come in. Oh, Charles. Man. I was like, yeah, Charles out here. Yeah, he put his footwork in.
Yeah.
He put
Yeah.
his footwork in.
He crazy as a sack of cats, but he's a good dude. Anyways, no, he's not. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. I see you got a runny nose.
Oh, no. I'm actually down sweating. I'm good. I'm getting hot in here. I got this video. I'm
Okay, I
sweating.
was gonna say, don't let the vid get you.
No, I'm okay.
You wearing your man social distancing and everything, right? Take your zinc, baby. Go get you some zinc lines and just take them.
Oh yeah, God got me. I'm all good. God got me
Okay,
covered. Right?
I know that's right. I know that's right. How are you feeling about COVID-19? Do you know anybody personally who has had it?
Yes, actually, yes. I know few people that had it. They exposed it over the internet, and it was just like whoa. And it's like honestly, on my thing, I don't want to not to disrespect the people that died off of COVID-19, but I also felt like it was a government setup just off how the way everything's just set up. Like, how can you have when they was closing parks, it was confusing me. Like, y'all closing parks up and beaches, but y'all got grocery stores still open. Whereas so much body contact still. It was just confusing me. That just threw me off. So I took it as like COVID-19 was something to get everybody to now it's gonna be a forced thing. It's like it's a way of tricking us into taking some vaccine. One minute we have a runny nose or a little cough. Oh yeah, COVID. That's the way let's go get tested, and I could be good. And I feel that's the way they're trying to shoot what they want to shoot in you. That's just my own thing. I'm not saying it ain't. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to disrespect the people that did die up, and not saying it's not real. But in my wise, I feel like people with this. Is to me, it's just like, where did this come from? We got this thing called COVID-19, coronavirus. Like, where did this come from? Is this handmade? It's just crazy to me. The government can't be trusted, and I only talk to God on it, and that's why I think I move how I move on certain things and think the way I think and see the way how the world for what it is. But COVID-19 is crazy. It got the world going crazy, and for everyone who does have it, I hope they get well. I hope they, just keep their faith in God on it, and they're going to, they heal from it. Because I know a few people that had it, and it's like it's scary. It is scary because people dying from it.
Hell
It's
yeah,
like
it is. I just wanted to tell you that God has His hands on you. Just keep moving the way you're moving. Keep moving in the right direction, should I say? Move away from things that are not in the right direction. He's got His hand on you, and you have favor, but you have to walk in it. You have to understand what favor is and move when God tells you to move. Not a moment before, not a moment after, but when He tells you to move, move. And I know you hear His voice because of your music. So move when he tells you to move.
Mm,
Exactly when he tells you to move.
mm,
It's a difference between chances of a lifetime and chances of a lifetime being this. So
mm.
just move when he says move. At any rate, this is a dope interview, and I really appreciate you. I'm going to add this to our Unity report. It is a 30-minute documentary that we're doing on the shootings that have been taking place in San Diego.
Oh, yeah.
Not getting enough attention. The press, the media, and I'm sure it's because they don't want to tamper with investigations. I know that that's what's going on.
That's exactly. Yep, yep. Already had to get ahead of their game. Yep.
Yeah, but what I would like to do is at least let people know to be careful, and at least let people know to come together because we can as a community. We did before. Gangs weren't created for this type of violence. This was fed to us, like crack was, like heroin was, like agents were. So we have to be cognizant of what's going on. And what we have to do is come together as a community and protect our communities and our minds. Black minds matter. Black,
Yeah. Woo. That that right there, black minds matter for
yeah, black minds
real.
matter. Black spirits matter, which
The
means,
mind, I always say like the mind is the soul to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The mind
it
is the soul. That's
is.
our soul. The
The
way we
brain is the veil between heaven and earth. You feel me? So black minds matter, and we are God's people. Whether I'm the I'm one of the only people in the world with the Eve gene. Yes, sir. The other thing is that this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I really appreciate you.
gotta keep grinding, keep it real, and always keep it dago. Straight like that.
Oh yes. All right. Thank you. I'll see you.
All
I'll see you
right.
on
All
Thursday.
right, big.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, we on.